right, today I want to talk to you a little bit about screwdriver handles and why they are shaped the way they are. Okay, I've got a few different styles here. I've got your traditional Craftsman with the hexagon shaped handle. I've got a couple of Cobalts here that are the same shape, just a little bit rounded off on the edges. This is the other Cobalt. And I've got a Husky and another Cobalt, which have different shaped handles than the ones we've seen. This Husky has kind of, it looks like it's round when you look at this dot, but it's really triangular shaped. See that? Whereas this Cobalt is truly round. Okay, these two rounded off ones that have broken away from this more traditional style are shaped that way for ergonomics, right? They're supposed to be a little more comfortable, fit in the hand a little bit. Got this little perforated thing here that your thumb can grip on or your finger. Another thing you want to notice about these two difference, like I said, this one's triangular shape, this one's more rounded shape, is this Cobalt has a hexagon built into the shaft. And that's important, whereas this one doesn't. And both have a hole in the handle for hanging. Okay? Something that these traditional shaped ones don't. Here's another one. This is just a cheap one. It's just square shaped, but that actually, I'll show you, has a use as well. All right, so like I talked about already, ergonomics is a big reason for these type of handles. But these hexagon ones, they can come in really handy, and they are designed this way on purpose. If you're trying to get out a screw that's extremely stuck and you can't get enough torque on it with just your wrist and your arm, that's when these hexagon handles come in really handy. This little screwdriver will take an 11/16 wrench right on the handle. Ta-dum! Imagine that, right? That's going to provide you some extra torque for loosening or tightening. Okay? So those are purposely designed that way. And this Cobalt one, these two Cobalts we talked about, notice this one has the round cylinder shaft like the Husky did, and it does not have a hex on here. This one has a square cross-sectional shaft. And what's cool about that is it'll take a 3/8 wrench right on that shaft. This handle also, like I explained, it does have the same hexagon shape as this Craftsman. It can take a wrench right on the handle. I didn't have a big enough wrench, so here's a crescent wrench, an adjustable spanner. Okay, likewise for this Cobalt, it doesn't have a square shaft, and it doesn't have a hex built into the shaft, so you'd have to use, but it does have a hexagonal handle that you can put a wrench on. And as you've already guessed, when you have the hex on your handle, wrenches will fit right on there. This is a 10 millimeter. 3/8 didn't quite fit it. Will fit right onto this Cobalt, and you can torque with that, you know. Just slip that on, put that down in the screw you're trying to get out, give it a crank. All right. And this cheap this cheap screwdriver is kind of actually nice because it'll actually fit 24 millimeter. A little bit loose, but 23 would probably be better if there's such a thing. Boom. So consider your handle shapes when you are buying screwdrivers. Ugh. One thing you could do with this ergonomic one that doesn't have the hex on here and has a strangely shaped triangular shape that won't take a wrench is you could just put a screwdriver in the handle and get a little torque that way. Okay. Hope you learned something. Hope you won't know now why screwdriver handles are shaped like hexes, or why they have a hex built into the shaft, or why this shaft itself is square in the cross section. All right, have a great day.